Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be installing our 45-degree VTC gear. And as I said before in the previous video, the current gear on this K24A engine only allows for up to 25 degrees of advance. So we're leaving some power on the table by not upgrading to at least a 45-degree VTC gear. Two steps that we need to do in order to install this gear. And on this engine, we're actually going to be installing a new timing chain and a tensioner. So we're not going to worry too much about making sure that our timing chain doesn't skip a gear, skip a tooth or anything like that. But we are going to make sure the engine's at top dead center, and then we're going to put a pin in the tensioner so that it doesn't pop out or anything when we remove it. And then we're actually going to need to remove this camshaft. So we're going to have to take these camshaft hold downs off and then take the camshaft out. Once we have the camshaft out, we're going to have to pressurize one of the VTC holes, and what those holes do is that's what actually controls the advance or the retard of this gear. So the factory service manual says that when you're removing or installing one of these VTC gears, it's supposed to be unlocked. So if you can look at this one right now, this is actually the locked position. And the one on the car right now is in the locked position. So what we're going to have to do is pressurize one of the holes to unlock it. And then we're going to have to install this new gear. And before we torque down the bolt, we're going to have to pressurize it again and unlock this one. That's what the factory service manual says, so we're going to follow that. Let's get started with making sure this engine's at top dead center, making sure that this tensioner has a pin in it. So I just have a little push pin right here. You can actually buy a pin from Honda for this, but I don't have that one. Okay, so we got them off. A little hard to get off because of the dowels that go in these sides. So I had to just kind of shake them around a little bit to get them off. So now we can take the gear off. You can see how there's all these holes here. That's where the oil goes into the gear. So we have to pressurize. We have to cover up 3 of the holes and pressurize one of them. So we're going to try to do that right now. Okay, so we're here with the air compressor, and as you can see, the gear is locked. We're going to try to spray some air in there and see if it unlocks. So it's definitely unlocked. Guess we can take the bolt off. What's up? So I'm home with the cam gear. I'm going to go ahead and start bolting it in. There's already a lot of oil on these journals right here, so I'm just gonna smooth it around a little bit and put the cam in there. All labeled, so you literally can't mess it up. Everything's torqued down. It was 16 foot-pounds. And I got my little keys in back here to lock the cams at the correct position to set the timing. So as you can see, the lines here line up when the cam keys are hooked in back there. Which sums up the VTC cam gear install. It was a little more involved than I originally thought. I think I'm gonna throw up another video taking apart the old cam gear and kind of explaining why I think Honda recommends you install it in an unlocked position. And it's pretty cool actually how it works. It's definitely very complex with all the oil galleries inside, but the overall mechanism inside is actually surprisingly simple. So stay tuned for that video, and next we're going to be flipping this thing over and doing the oil pump.